Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? I think I'm on time. I think I'm right at six, right at 6 o'clock. That never happens. Actually, this is the first time that's happened. And hello, welcome. I'm sorry, I'm still getting my voice back and everything. And I just wanted to hopefully I'll wait a minute here, see if people come in. Um, and let me adjust the lighting so it's not so bright in my face. Um, and hello, welcome to whoever pops in here. We have a lot to talk about today, so I don't know how long this will be. I'm planning a 1 hour episode, but if it goes longer, it goes longer. But we have three topics. The first I want to talk about, because I have a website and I want to go through it, is going to be about the new Maximum Venom toys that were just announced. And then I feel like most of this episode will be about talking about the filming in San Francisco and us talking about theories about what we've seen filmed and all that stuff. So I won't have pictures here to show, but I have other videos that I'm going to make tonight that'll talk more about my trip to San Francisco, and then also talk about like the church stuff that they shot at the church, which we got pictures from our friend Sam. So I'm going to be using those to make the video. So big shout out to Sam, and I'll plug his YouTube channel and everything in that video. But he's like at NW underscore panda, I think, on Instagram. If you go to my Instagram right now, you'll see, if you're here today live, at least, you'll see there's the latest picture I posted to promote this live stream coming up is I tagged Sam in that one. So you could follow Sam there. So make sure you do. Christian Cotto, hello. Swordsman, what's up? And Dan Russell, when is the Venom 2 trailer coming out? Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a Venom 2 trailer person. I think most people theorize that it might come out in March or April. So that's probably my guess too. I don't know. I don't have with trailer releases and stuff. I'm not very good at predicting that kind of stuff. I'm usually I can make an educated guess, and but I think everyone else already made it, which is March, sometime in March that we might get one. But we'll see, because I mean I think it'll be a good time. There's Maximum Venom, the cartoons coming out, I think in April. There's a lot of toys we're going to talk about today. The filming, and that's kind of generated a lot of hype and stuff for the movie. Fans getting these moments with Tom Hardy and him being so awesome and meeting up with fans and stuff, that's helped out a lot. So I'm sure we'll get there. What's up, Jack? Jack the Fox. What's up, dude? How's it going? Great ones. Hello. So as far as the trailer, I'm gonna guess like most people, they say March, but I don't know. Everyone asks. I get the two questions I get asked the most is when are we getting the trailer, and is the movie rated R? And I'll squash those both right now. I hope this movie is not rated R, and I don't think it will be. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. But everyone asked me that. Do you think it's going to be rated R? Like they were like, you met Tom Hardy. Did you ask him if the movie's going to be rated R? It's like, why would I waste his time? He's not in control of that, and he's not going to tell me. I'm telling you right now, everyone on this set, when we were down there talking to them, everyone kept their mouth shut. If you asked them anything that they felt like, ooh, if I answer that could kind of be, even if you're like, hey, are you filming? Is this the last day of your filming? Or are you filming for like another day or two? They won't even answer that. I mean, everyone there was so professional. Like they did not give out any information. So no, I met Tom Hardy and I wanted to talk to Tom Hardy. And when I found out Tom Hardy was like, "Oh, your Venom vlog," like that right there was like why would I bring up the rating of the movie? So no, I don't know what the movie's gonna be rated, but I hope I can see why people want it R. I don't care if it's rated PG-13 now. So, and I kind of want it to be. But if it's R, I'm not gonna be upset either. I'm just saying if I had a preference, I don't mind PG-13. And then the trailer, I don't know if the trailer's when the trailer comes out. So I'll just squash those two questions off right off the bat here. Jack the Fox thinks not till May or April. I think that's or May or June. I think that's way too late for a trailer. So I think we'll get one sooner than that. What's up, great ones? Howdy, darling. Hey, Lonely, how are you? Oh, my bad. Do you know about Francis Louise Barrison and Venom 2? Yeah, I don't know if you follow my channel, but I would say, because I don't expect everyone to watch every single episode of ours. But yes, we talked about Shriek in Venom 2 already. What did you say to Tom Hardy? I will have that video going up after this, but since you guys are here now, and I was trying to get that video up before this live stream, but unfortunately I had to go to the hospital today just for my checkup, post-surgery and everything. So I was there a lot longer than I thought, and then I went and had lunch with a friend. So I was gone most of the day. I just got home like about an hour ago. So what I said to Tom Hardy, basically I was just like, hey, like he came up and I was filming him, and he was walking up, and I didn't see that his son was right next to him. And I was filming, and he looked at me, he looked at my camera, and then he covered his son's face like this. He did that. And I immediately dropped my phone, and I was like, oh, I don't, oh, okay, if he doesn't want his son recorded, I didn't know his son was there. I just saw people walking, and I didn't know that, I didn't even know there was other people. I just saw Tom, and I was like, Tom's coming. So yeah, so he covered his son's face, and so I put the camera down, and then someone asked, "Hey Tom," and I felt so bad I couldn't talk. I was like, "Oh dude, did I just screw something up? Like, what did I do?" And someone asked, "Hey, are you going to do autographs?" And he said, "You know what? Let me go drop my son off to his, like, the driver is going to, take him home or whatever." And he goes, "And then I'll come back and I'll talk to you guys and do some autographs." So we were like, okay. And so he went, dropped his son off. 5 minutes later, he was coming back. And when he came up, I showed him my phone and I said, "Hey, I just want you to see that I deleted that footage of your son. I'm really sorry I didn't see him there." And Tom was like, "That's totally okay." He goes, "Dude, thank you for doing that. That means a lot." He goes, "Sometimes people, don't do that when you ask them to." And he goes, "So I didn't ask you because I didn't know if you were would delete it or not." I'm like, "Dude, I deleted it. Don't worry. If you don't want your son recorded, as I can understand a father wanting that for his son." So that's what first initiated our conversation. But then I gave him a comic book to sign, and do I have it here? I think I put it away already. But that free Venom comic that came, if you saw the first movie opening weekend at an AMC theater in 3D, they gave you a free Venom comic book. That's the only thing that's from the movie that's like official movie merchandise, other than the action figure that came with the DVD and Blu-ray. So that's all I really had, and I brought some other comics there with me, but that was the only one I wanted him to sign because it was the only official movie thing. So he signed it, and then he was like, "Do you want me to make it out to you?" And I said, "Sure." My name is Siike, Siike, and I'm recording him doing this because I might want to get the book graded, like CGC graded, and I needed proof that he signed it. So I videotaped him signing it, and then I put my phone away and I grabbed the comic back, and he goes, "Wait," he goes, he's sitting there for a second, and then he's signing something else, and then he looks at me and goes, and I'm telling him, I'm like, "Yeah, I do a YouTube show." And he goes, "Venom vlog." And I'm like, what's happening? And he goes, "Venom vlog, you're Venom vlog." And he goes, "Dude," he goes, "you made it. You made it up here to San Francisco." And I was like, "What?" Like, I was so blown away. I'm like, well, to be fair, a couple days ago, I did send an email out to someone. I don't want to give out too many details, but I sent an email out to somebody on the production side and told them that, I'm a big fan. I do this YouTube channel. And I figured the email would just get ignored because every time I reach out to somebody, usually it just gets ignored. I never get a response or nothing like that. I just assume nobody reads it. So I just, as just like hey, you know what? Maybe if someone responds, that'll get me to go. Because as you guys know, I've been sick all week, and I needed some extra motivation to go because I was really hurting, and I was like, I can't put my body through this. I'm going to feel this for the next like 2 weeks. I'm going to be miserable. And I said, so I need some kind of motivation. Nobody wrote me back, but I just decided to go anyway, kind of for you guys, because I was like, I promised the parasites that watch this show, I promised you guys that I would go, see the production if they filmed it and if I could get there. And I was like, well, I'm sick, but I can drive. I feel good enough to drive. So I went up there for that reason, and so I could bring you guys some good content, hopefully. And plus I'm leaving LA soon, so I figured it my last chance at adventure, right? So I went and did that. And then while I was up there, Tom was telling me, he was like, "Yeah, dude, I read your email." And I was like, "You're kidding." He's like, "Yeah, Jake read it too. And Jake loved it. And I got to go tell him you're here." And he's like, so he signed stuff. He signed my helmet here. Cause he's like, "Yeah, I heard about your surgery, and you're an aneurysm survivor. And you're wearing the helmet because you have an increase in seizures. So it's for protection, and everything." He's like, so, like, I mean, he didn't go into that much detail, but he was just kind of, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but he was like, "Yeah, so," he's like, "Can I do anything else for you? I signed the comic. Can I do anything else?" I was like, "Can you sign my helmet?" And he was like, "Sure." So he signed my helmet. He goes, "Anything else?" And I go, "Well, would you do an intro for my show like you did last time?" And he goes, "I would love to. Absolutely, I would love to." He goes, "Because you promote this movie so much and you promote Venom so much, but I can't." He goes, "Sony won't let me do anything like that right now. I can only take pictures. I can't take video. I'm sorry. Unless you're video me like signing stuff," which I did. So I was like, okay, so no, none of that, but I can get a picture. He was like, "Absolutely, bro." And he put his arm around me. We took a picture, and then I just kind of backed off after that. But then he went down, shot another scene, and came back up and brought Jake with him. And then Jake, I saw Tom coming. I didn't see Jake right away. Tom was over here, and he was signing. New people came up, and he was signing autographs for them. And then all of a sudden, this guy touched me on the shoulder and goes, "Venom vlog." And I turned, and I see Jake Tamori, and I was like, no way. And Jake was like, dude, it's so nice to meet you. He's like, I loved your email. Thank you so much for writing us and, and reaching out to the production and, and so they can get that information to us. And he goes, yeah, we just read the email, just like yesterday. And it means a lot. Thanks for saying that you're fans of ours. And we're glad we know you're, in pain essentially, like you're going through a lot, but we appreciate you coming up here and being here for to see the shooting of the movie. And that right there just it made my whole day, man. Just the recognition and them knowing, and he's like, yeah. He's like, Venom vlog YouTube almost at 500 episodes. He's like, I know who you are, man. And that right there was just the best. So yeah, that was what I said to Tom, and that was kind of what happened. Back to answer your question, great ones. I'm thinking the trailer will be released with Bloodshot or the week prior. Michael says that's what a lot of people think. So to answer Dan Russell's question, I would say yeah, maybe Bloodshot will have the trailer. So maybe. Swordsman also doesn't want this movie rated R. Gotcha. Yeah, me neither. I don't care. I don't care either way, just like the first movie. But if they announce it's PG-13, I'm not going to be bummed out. I saw a lot of people ready to cancel this movie. They're like, if it's not rated R, bro, it's not real Carnage, and I ain't seeing it. And it's like, calm down. Calm down. You're first of all, you're 15. You just learned who Carnage was 2 years ago. But there's only been two mature rated comics with Carnage ever. Everything else Carnage has been, and we talk about this all the time on the channel, he's always been in a teen or PG-13 setting all the time. Like 90% of his career, 95% of his comic career, 25 years of comics has just been him in a teen or PG-13 environment. So I don't think you need to make it rated R to make it good. I'm sorry. If you don't believe that, go see RoboCop. Well, no, RoboCop's great. What am I talking about? Sorry, Birds of Prey. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was thinking RoboCop. RoboCop changes from. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was thinking Alien vs Predator. I was like, it's an '80s movie. The Aliens and Predator franchise are '80s, but Alien vs Predator, the first one was PG-13, was not that good. They made the second one rated R. It didn't make it any better. Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad was PG-13, I think, or maybe it was rated R. Either way, that movie wasn't good, and Birds of Prey is not that good, and those are both rated R. So rated R does not make it good at all. It doesn't make it more bloody. It doesn't make it, it makes it a little bit more bloody, and maybe I can say the F word a couple more times. None of that I don't think is necessary for this movie. But yeah, so that's just my opinion on it. I can't wait to see Carnage in live action. That's all I care about. And trust me, we're going to talk a little bit about that too. So let me catch up on questions here. How you doing, Siike? Feeling any better? I'm doing okay, and I'm actually going to take my helmet off now. I showed the signature, and I'm sitting down, so I don't want to wear that helmet anymore. It gets hot in that thing. How did the checkup go? It went okay. I'm still gotta wait for some tests to come back on a few things, but you know, my head hurts. It's been hurting for 2 weeks now since my surgery, and normally after a coiling, I'll feel a little bit of pain and then I'll feel relief. I haven't got to the relief part yet, and that worries me a little bit. So, and it worried my doctors. So we just wanted to check in on it. But it's also not uncommon. It's just not. I haven't had a ton of experience with it, but other aneurysm survivors do. Everyone's a little different. I usually bounce back a little bit quicker. I just haven't been able to this time. But can you blame me? I mean, look what I've been doing. I've been going to work. I had to work Monday. I closed, so I worked until like 11, 10:30, 10 o'clock ish. I got home. I had to stay up till 2 in the morning because I was babysitting my friend's pet, and he wasn't able to come get it till 2 a.m. Because he was flying back into town. So I had to stay up till 2 a.m. for him to get here. And then I packed, and then I went to bed at like 3:30 or 4 that morning on Monday morning. And then I woke up at 7 to hit the road by 8 o'clock to drive up to San Francisco. And then I get to San Francisco, and no, maybe I didn't leave that early, but either way, I left in the morning. I drove up there. It took me like 6 hours or so to get there. Checked into a hotel, dropped my stuff off, went right to the set. I stayed at the set from like 3:15ish or 3 o'clock ish all the way till midnight, and then came back to the hotel. I fell asleep like around 3 in the morning. Woke up at 5:30. Got in my car, drove back to LA. Got here like around 1, and then came home, ate lunch, changed my clothes, went to work, and I worked from 2:30 p.m. to about 10 p.m. And then came back here, stayed up till 5 a.m. editing that YouTube video that I posted the other day because I wanted to get it up as soon as possible because you guys were asking about it. And so I was like, yeah, I got to get this up ASAP. So I stayed up till 5:30 thinking that I didn't have to go into work on Thursday, until 1 in the afternoon. Turned out I had to be at work at 9 a.m. and I overslept. So I got 3 hours of sleep on that day. So from Monday till today I've only, and last night I slept for about an hour maybe. Um, so I've yeah, that's it, man. I've had about 10 hours of sleep since Monday, and so can you blame me for not feeling well? Even a regular person without post surgery would still be hurting. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna go to bed after this actually. But thank you for asking. But otherwise, the checkup I think went pretty well. Why do you hope that Venom won't be rated R? Because, like I said, you don't need it to be rated R to tell the story. Story is all that matters to me. I don't care about blood and guts and F words and F bombs. Those do not make the story. They do not make the characters for me. You could have Carnage be brutal and it still be PG-13. You just can. I think people just don't know exactly how ratings work and what they get pinged for to make it R and stuff. But everyone's just like, oh, it's got to be blood. It's got to be. It's like, dude, this isn't Saw. If you're gonna do Carnage in R, it should be like that kind of, like blood squirting everywhere, like a Sam Raimi Evil Dead movie or something. You kind of want that, but I know they're not going to do that. So I'd rather it be PG-13, so that way it's easier to cross these characters in with Spider-Man and Morbius and all this other stuff. So no, I'm thinking they're going to stick to PG-13. And plus, it worked out fine for the first movie. I know everyone's going to go, yeah, but Joker was rated R and it made $1 billion. Yeah, it had a tremendous performance in it, and it pulled from a lot of movies that people love, like a lot of great movies that people love. Venom didn't really do that. Venom went more for like a campy, tongue-in-cheek kind of fun, but it was generally liked by most audience members. So it made over $850 million, almost as much money as Batman versus Superman made. So I mean, it actually grossed more money than that because that money was more expensive to make. So technically, Venom made more money than Batman versus Superman. But that's what I'm saying. So it was success the first time. They don't need the R rating for this one. Um, hey, it's me. What's up? How's it going? Um, hey, it's me, Ad. Oh, Ahmed, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. AD, I call you AD. I know. What's up, man? How's it going? Tom Hardy knows your YouTube channel. That's so awesome. That was the best thing ever that I could learn about, was that him and Jake knew what Venom Vlog was. That was so darn cool, Siike. But I mean, I think some of that might come from the email. But yeah, he was like, dude, Venom. They both called me Venom Vlog. They were like, you're Venom Vlog. I was like, that's so awesome. That's so darn cool. You got to hang out with Tom. He seems so nice. He's the nicest guy in the world. If you get a chance to meet him, please do, because he is awesome. Like if you're ever in a place where he's filming or whatever, he picks one area. He doesn't go and meet every fan, but if you're kind of in the trajectory of where he is after he's done filming his scene, whichever direction he walks in, you could get lucky and bump into him, and he's really nice. He'll at least take a picture with you for sure. I hope they don't mess up with Shriek character in Venom 2. I hope not either, Dan. Definitely. Dude, this is so cool that they know you. I know. I mean, because you wonder, like I do wonder sometimes. I'm like, I've made over 400 episodes of the show now, over almost 460 some plus episodes of this show. Like, you wonder if people out there know. But I don't know if you guys know this, but I posted a video, like I don't know, it was like the week of before my surgery, I think, where I talked about the police maybe being a bigger factor in the second movie. And I posted a picture of an actor that I got off his Instagram dressed as an SFPD officer. And that video went up, and within an hour, that picture was taken off his Instagram. So someone's definitely watching my stuff, and they are they are using me to keep an eye on their cast and crew members. So that's why when that one guy wrote me and said, "Dude, can you please take down the picture that you posted of me?" I'm like, absolutely, because that cop thing just happened, and I'm like, I'm not here to get anyone in trouble. I hope I didn't get Sean, that actor who plays the cop. I hope I didn't get him in trouble. He didn't do anything wrong. He just posted a picture of himself in a uniform. Nobody else for a second would have thought that was from Venom. I just made an educated guess, and it turned out to be the case. And unfortunately, they had to take down that picture. So somebody is definitely watching my channel, and that makes me feel good. And someone was saying, "Oh, they should invite you to the premiere. They should do all that." No, they don't have to do any of that stuff. I don't do this show for that reason. I do this show because it's a study of a character that I really care about. There's parallels between Eddie Brock and myself in a lot of ways, and it introduced me to you guys. So to me, that's what I do the show for. I do not do it to get rewarded by Sony for it. I know there are other people out there that do stuff to get rewarded, but that's not why I'm here. If someone feels like I've earned a reward for it and they give me one, I'll accept it because it's rude not to accept gifts, obviously, but I'm not doing it for that reason. So Plus, I can't fly. I haven't been able to fly in a while with the surgeries I've had and stuff. So even just driving over the hills in LA, like leaving LA, I only have the one ear that works. So when it popped, it drove me crazy. It was so bad. Like leaving town was really tough. Once I got about 2 hours outside of LA, I felt better. But that first like trip through the mountains was so bad for my head. It hurt so bad. When are we going to get the trailers? Is Venom going to be the hero in this movie? Uh, no, he's going to be the anti-hero of this movie. I think it'll be great PG-13. I hope so too. Did you see Naomi Harris on set? I did not. So far, I have not seen any pictures of Naomi Harris at all leaked anywhere. Um, and I have no idea if she was in San Francisco filming. So I don't know how big of a part Shriek will be unless most of her scenes are interior scenes, which could possibly be the case. Um, but yeah, but from so we'll talk about the filming. Let's get through the. Let me get. I'm almost caught up on questions. I realize and hope it's rated R personally. That's cool. I mean, that's all right. If you want it to be rated R, that's great. I just temper your expectations. If they announce it PG-13, don't make that the reason you don't want to go see the movie. That happened a lot with the first movie, and clearly it had no effect. All these people were like, I'm not going to go see it now because it's PG-13. Yeah, well, it still made $850 million. So I guess we don't really need your money that badly if you're going to judge movies on that merit. And probably you went and saw it anyway. So yeah, people who talk that big game usually go anyway. Sonic was great. I'm glad it beat Birds of Prey. Swordsman said, yeah, I don't really care about pitting the two together, but Sonic was definitely a fun movie. I'm glad you liked my review of it. And yeah, Birds of Prey, I didn't really like it that much. And that's proof to me that a rated R comic book movie, not all of them work. I know everyone goes Logan and Joker. I'm like, those are two very specific cases. Birds of Prey did not work as a rated R movie. So yeah, for me at least. Let me catch up. I'm glad you got recognized. Thank you, Christian. Are you talking about Carnage's arm on Instagram? I don't know what that is. Hey, Alvaro, long time no see. I have not seen Carnage's arm on Instagram. Um, Unless you're talking about when Woody Harrelson did this, which we already talked about in a previous episode. Um, at first, I thought that it not being rated R would suck, but then I remembered how much I loved Carnage from the Spidey's 90s cartoon. So I think PG-13 would not be a bad thing. Boom, nailed it. It's true, Jack. It's true. It has been leaked. Oh, cool. His arm? No, I haven't seen it. You're welcome. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you very much, Swordsman. Thanks, Seek. You literally just convinced me that Venom will be okay PG-13. No, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just saying, if you want it to be R, that's cool. But if they announce it PG-13, just don't be mad that it's PG-13. That's all I'm saying. Like, I doubt it's going to change the movie that much, to be honest with you. That's what worried me with when I really thought we needed Carnage to be R to get his sadistic tendencies. But thanks, man, you reassured me. I'm just saying, like, you need it. There was a bunch of good horror movies that have come out over the past decade that are PG-13 that were effectively scary and good, and they delivered on true horror or made you fear a character, and that's really what it is. Like, they're not here to make really a Saw type movie with Carnage. You could go that route. You could make him that type of serial killer, kind of, if you wanted to. But yeah, he's not that. He's not the Riddler, or he's not like a puzzle guy. He's a knife. That's what he is. He's a knife. That's the best way to describe Cletus Cassidy. He is a knife, and he comes right at you. So that's what I like about the character. So I don't think, yeah, you don't need it to be rated R. So if they announce a PG-13, just don't be upset. That was a great adaptation. All of Carnage's comics are not rated R either. That's true, except for Mind Bomb and It's a Wonderful Life. Those were mature rated, but otherwise, and those were only mature rated because there's a little bit of nudity in it and definitely a lot of blood spraying. But yeah, but I mean, those were good books. Don't get me wrong, I like those books, but unless they're adapting that book into the movie, you don't need to make it rated R. Yeah, Maximum Carnage is great. Totally PG-13, right? They made a video game of it that kids can play. Totally rated teen. So the set photos with Woody Harrelson on the street, someone holding some sort of prop for Carnage's arm. I don't know if I saw that. I saw him out with his arms, with his arms spread out and stuff. I saw those images. So yeah, let's talk about that. I'm excited for real quick. I'm excited for Morbius because for me, I'm not that excited. I'm not excited for Morbius, but I'll go see it. The first trailer was a good trailer, though. I thought it was a good trailer. So we'll see what the next trailer brings. But I'm probably going to go because I want to start seeing how this all connects to Venom and how Spider-Man's going to connect to it. So I'm curious. So I'll probably go see it for that reason. I am Morbius is an underrated character. He is. He is absolutely an underrated character. Let's see what else. What will Carnage look like? I can't say. I don't really know. But they're gonna, you'll probably see that. It's probably at some point soon enough, I'm guessing. I don't know if they'll put that in the first trailer. They should, though. Much like they did with Morbius at the very last bit of the trailer, he turns and he's like all white and mutated. This trailer needs to end with a shot of Carnage. Absolutely. That will get them like 20 million views in one day. Like that'll blow the first trailer out of the water if they put an actual shot of Carnage at the end of the first trailer. And I think they're smart enough to do that. So I I would say you're probably going to see Carnage probably sooner than you think. Will Venom 2 take inspiration for Absolute Carnage comic book? I hope not. I hope not. But I don't know. No, I don't think so because that book was probably being written and while Venom 2 was already written and then came out while Venom 2 was already into production. So no, I would say probably not. But maybe the next movie might. You never know. Growing up, I always thought Jim Carrey was the perfect Cletus. Yeah, I could see that maybe. Um, yeah, I could see that. I liked him in that movie, The Number 23, so I could kind of see that. Let me see. The Great One says, I see what you mean. Seek R ratings doesn't make a good movie. I completely agree, but seeing Carnage slice and kill a bunch of people would be pretty fun to watch. Is that effed up? No, that's not effed up. I mean, yeah, sure, I can understand on some kind of slasher level you want that. Everyone has a different interpretation of Cletus. I think a lot of people see him as like a Freddy Krueger type. And I could see that, but that's not how I see him. Um, I see him as I mean, he's the darkest part of the Spider-Man universe in a lot of ways. Maybe him and Sin Eater, they're these characters that like kill indiscriminately. Like a lot of times, mostly Spider-Man faces against scientists who want to rob banks. They're like, oh, I invented something. Let's use it to rob a bank. He doesn't, that's kind of Spider-Man's wheelhouse. But when characters like Sin Eater and Venom and Cletus came along, it changed the game. It brought Spider-Man into darker areas in storytelling. So yeah, I like those characters, and so I don't think that's effed up. I just don't know if you're gonna get it. Is all. The current Morbius comic is great. Yes, it is. Lonely. Thanks for telling me to pick it up. I got all the way up to issue 4. I think now. I think came out. So I read 1, 2, and 3. Loved them. Haven't read the fourth one yet though. Despite liking Absolute Carnage, I hope not as well. So there you go. Um, I wonder if Carnage will have a personality like Venom, but all I asked is because Cletus refers to himself as instead of we. Oh yeah, so it's because so when Carnage bonds with him in the comics, it bonds right into his bloodstream, and that's also why he's red mostly because I think it's a black drop of ooze that goes into his bloodstream, and then it wraps into Cletus's DNA and forms that way. So that's why when Cletus gets hit with a sonic blast or something, the symbiote doesn't essentially detach from him; it reverts into him. Whereas Eddie, it'll like it freaks out and it tries to get away from Eddie because its pain is causing Eddie's pain. It's different for Cletus. They share the pain in a different way. So because they're connected to each other literally. So yeah. So when he gets hit with a blast, the suit tends to he will hit the ground, but then it kind of slowly oozes back into him like a revert. Like let's say you blow his brains out and blood splatters against the wall. It's like all that in reverse, where the blood comes back in and everything. So yeah, so that's why in the comics he'll like cut himself, and once he bleeds, the suit can now come out again. Because once it reverts into him, it seems like it's stuck there until he gets wounded. So sometimes he'll bite his lip or bite his tongue or cut his wrist, and the suit will come out. So I hope they play with it in that way in the movie. That would be awesome. But I'm not so sure because we saw that scene where he holds his arms out like this and then the cops shoot him. So I imagine when he's doing this, though, the symbiote it might be shown coming off of him. And then that's what makes the cops shoot. I'm going to guess that's what happens. But I would prefer it to where he puts his arms up and then twitches at them and then they shoot him. And then because he gets shot, the suit comes out of the bullet wound. That would look so cool. But I don't think they're going to do that. Dan, do you think we'll get She Carnage? I don't know if you'll get She Carnage, but you'll probably get She Venom again. And maybe She Venom versus Shriek. I see Carnage as an unstable lunatic with a mix of Joker and Venom into one. Seeing him kill and bloodshed would fit my vision of Carnage. See, there you go. Like I said, everyone's got different versions. I love that comic where Carnage and Joker meet. That's a great comic book. To me, Venom 2 is the most anticipated movie of the year. Is it for you too? I would say, since we're nearing 500 episodes of a show called Venom Vlog, I would say it's my most anticipated movie of all time. I certainly don't do 500 episodes of any other topic. So for absolutely sure, I would say it's my most anticipated. Congrats on a 2K sub. So yeah, I do want to talk about that real quick too. Let me address this real quick. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Everyone saying hi. Cool. Carnage refers to himself in singular pronouns due to having a perfect bond. Cletus raises red to act exactly. So you exactly explaining what I just did, which is awesome. Um, Look at the video. Look at the video. What's up? Hello, Ariel. So you said 2K subscribers. So yes, I want to take a minute here to thank everybody for that. Should have done that at the beginning. That blew me away. Honestly, we've been struggling at 1900 for a while now, probably like 5-6 months. Once we crossed 1900, like 6 months ago, we've been slowly climbing. The day I left for San Francisco, I was 50 subscribers away from 2,000. Now I'm like 30 plus subscribers over 2,000. And that's all thanks to you guys. That's thanks to all the amazing people on Instagram who shared the picture of me and Tom Hardy, who reached out to me afterwards, who said that, like when I posted that, Tom Hardy was like, "Oh, your Venom vlog." Like the reactions were amazing. Like, and we jumped. I also was at like 1,600 Instagram followers. Now I'm at 2,000 Instagram followers too. So I hit both 2Ks at one time in the same day. So that means so much to me, guys. You have no idea. I never thought when I started a show about Venom that I would ever pull together this many people to a place where we talk about Venom. I never thought that was possible, and it really means a lot to me that you guys are here, that you're fans of the character. Even if you don't like some of the stuff I say, the fact that you come here and at least debate me on it and talk about it, and tell me your versions of characters, it means a lot. It shows that they're in fandom. You can have conversations without, being absolute a-holes to each other. And it's great in a world where I see a lot of YouTubers just being aggressively toxic every episode, and they just gain 10,000, 20,000, 40,000 subscribers. To be a guy who's a lot more chill and still climb is a good feeling. So I owe it all to you guys. So I did not get 2,000 subscribers. We all got 2,000 subscribers on this show together, and it means a lot to me. So everyone on Instagram, everyone here, thank you so much. I have a video idea I'm going to make. I'm going to probably film it on Tuesday. I'm going to do a 2K subscriber special. Venom, and it's going to be a Venom vlog episode. Normally when we cross like 1,000 or something like that, I might do it as like a non-Venom vlog show. This is very specific Venom vlog. I think you guys are going to like it. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be hopefully interesting and funny. And so I hope you guys really dig what I have in store. But I'm going to probably record that on Tuesday, and I'll try to edit it and get it up as soon as I can after Tuesday. So maybe Wednesday or Thursday. But so give me about a week, and we'll because I was not anticipating hitting 2,000 subscribers, so I wasn't ready for this. So give me till Tuesday. I'll film it, and we'll put that video together. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hey, thank you. She says congratulations, Lonely Dude. Thank you. Hello, Brendan Rowan. How's it going? Howdy, everyone. Anything is possible when you put your mind to it. I don't even put my mind to it. I just wake up every day. It's like working out. I want to do this show every day. That's how I feel. I don't have any motivation to go work out, go to a gym, eat better. Like, none of that stuff. I wake up every day and I think, what am I going to do on the next episode of Venom Vlog? That's my first thought almost every morning. And so thank you guys for, pushing me to be like that. It means a lot. And thanks for the 11 thumbs up. Holy crap. And 15 people. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Holy crap. Siike, you deserve the subs for all the work and effort you put into your videos, and I respect that, man. So congrats. I don't deserve anything. I don't have that kind of mentality. I do the things I do because I love doing them. And it's nice that you feel that way, though. But I can't not put 100% into everything I do. I try anyway. Sure, I fail. You guys probably saw my post last night about failing at stuff like that. But I do my best. And so I just encourage you guys to do your best. That's all anyone should expect from you, is you do your best. You're going to screw up. Trust me. I'm, going to be 40 in like 2 years. So trust me, you're going to screw up along the way. As long as you don't kill anyone, it's insanely, like really hurt somebody. I say more than just feelings, because obviously you hurt someone's feelings, that's bad too. But you can I feel like you'd probably be forgiven for that, depending on what it is. But as long as you're not out there to hurt and do negative, be negative, and you just keep working out what you want to do. It's like, my grandfather, instilled that in me. Hard work pays off, and I don't even see what I do as hard work. I just love doing it. I just want to make sure I do it as much as I can. And the fact that you guys are here to support it is another reason why I keep doing it. So thank you. So no, so we all deserve the success of this show. Absolutely. And as we keep climbing, we all deserve it. It's not just a me thing. Like, we are Venom. That's the thing I always say on the show. We are Venom. So we share it. We share any successes. Failures I'll take on my own. If I fail on something, that is on me, not on you guys. But as far as successes, we share them all the time. Who's stronger, Venom or Carnage? Carnage is stronger, but Venom always wins because the underdog usually wins. I would say Carnage is stronger. I don't know. Maybe you guys disagree with me on that one. That's fine. Venom gets his butt kicked a lot though, but that's what I like about him. He's a scrapper. Wolverine's like that. Wolverine doesn't win every fight against Sabretooth. In fact, he didn't win any fights with Sabretooth for his first 20 encounters with Sabretooth in the comic books. He never won a single one of them. So yeah, I like scrappers. I like people who get up after being knocked down. And Eddie Brock is definitely that guy. I think Donny Cates calls him the comeback kid. I can kind of see that. Like, he is. He bounces back, man. I knew it was only a matter of time before you reach this milestone. You deserve it. All the work. See, well, thank you. I'll just take the compliments then, I guess. But thank you. But I already gave my thoughts on it. Yeah, your channel's a nice breath of fresh air. I'm glad RNS introduced me to you. I am too. I actually wrote Roman something the other day. I saw that he's got a leg injury and his back is doing better, but he's making progress in in recovering. And I'm so glad to see that. I saw him in pretty good spirits on Instagram the other day, so I wrote him a message to say that, because yeah, I owe that guy. He's awesome. And once I get to Florida and change up my setup here, I would like to maybe have him on this show and have a conversation with him to pay him back for having me on his show, because that was awesome. He's a nice guy to talk to. I mean, I know we are on opposite sides of the fence. We're on different planets sometimes when it comes to opinions, but I felt like we had really civil conversations about what our differences were, and that's awesome. I mean, that's I think that makes for good content for people. Um, we're not all perfect. Exactly, we're not all perfect. New, please look the video. What video, man? Like, what video? If you keep spamming me, I'm gonna ban you. Like, what video are you talking about? The new scene of Carnage. I can't watch anything while I'm doing this show. What is it on? Like, do you have a link or something? Is it on Instagram? Whose Instagram posted it? Like, give me information. Like, you're just yelling at me. Tell me where it is, and I'll try to look at it, dude. Put in YouTube. So I don't know what kind of setup you think I have over here, but I can't multitask like that. I think Carnage is stronger as well. I think the similarities between Venom and Wolverine are well. Kind of neat that Logan started Eddie down the road of redemption. Yeah, pretty much. Absolutely. All right, we're just gonna do this. Cena Vizada Venom 2. Okay. I'll look it up. Give me 1 second, man. Calm down. I don't know if I want to click on that. It doesn't look like a real thing. It looks like you might be wasting my time. If I click this and it's wasting my time, I'm banning you. Give me 1 second, guys. Somebody has apparently a really important video we have to see. I have no idea what this is. It was posted 6 hours ago. It's got 3 views. It could be a scene from the movie. I don't know. It shows someone killing police officers in an interrogation room kind of setup. So we are going to do this. We're going to time you out because I'm tired of seeing your posts. So yeah, you think Carnage is stronger as well? Yeah, I think so too. It'd be great to see you and Roma discuss things again. I'll try. What's up, Venom Studios? How's it going? So yeah, Carnage is stronger. The offsprings are generally stronger than the parent, unless they are born prematurely or artificially, says Jazz Carnage. So, and I would trust these guys. They're probably bigger experts on Carnage than I am. I know of Carnage. Obviously, we talked about him many times. But yeah, I don't. I'm not as interested in that character as I am Eddie, obviously, as a character. But I do like Carnage, and I am excited that he's going to be in this movie. But I would defer to their, information on this over mine. But I think that's right. I think Carnage is stronger technically. His constructs, like his constructs, that's a Green Lantern term. But when he makes a blade, and he throws it, it actually stays, and it stays a blade. So that's a different thing too. I would say that makes him a little stronger. I hope Roman feels better. Yeah, I hope so too. I think the video is from the Venom fan film, right? I don't know what it is. I mean, it looked. I mean, I don't know. It didn't look like authentic, really. When can we expect the Venom 2 trailer? I don't know. Sometime next month, maybe. When do you reckon the teaser trailer will come out? Jesus Christ. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I would say maybe March or April is my best guess. All right, so we'll get back to the filming a little bit, and I'll catch up on questions. But I put a link in my description box if you guys want to click on it. It shows the new Maximum Venom toys that are coming out. This is from a website called The Laughing Place, which is a Disney reference. I think Splash Mountain, maybe. Anyway, it's a pretty cool website, and they posted pictures from New York Toy Fair, which is going on right now, obviously in New York City, and I think they do it at the Jacob Javits Center, maybe, I can't remember. But they're revealing the new Maximum Venom. Obviously, that's a cartoon coming out. I'm excited to start promoting that show because two of the writers on that show have been kind enough to communicate with me ever since I met them at D23, and it's been awesome, talking to them here and there about different stuff. And I do want to promote the show because the idea that there's going to be a whole cartoon, even though it's a Spider-Man cartoon, but it's based on Venom, and Eddie Brock is going to be the focal point of this show. Instead of doing 20 episodes or 10 episode seasons, it's 4 movies, 80-minute movies or something like that. It's awesome. So every week for 4 weeks, we're going to get essentially a small animated movie to watch and review. And I will review all 4 episodes when they come out. Absolutely. And then we're also the week or two before the show starts, I'm going to have a history of Venom in cartoons episode go up to kind of lay all the groundwork leading up to Maximum Venom. But of course, Maximum Venom, because the movie made so much money, now they're putting Venom on everything, lunchboxes, backpacks, everything. It's going to be a utopia this year full of Venom merchandise. And now Venom has taken over the Marvel Universe, which is so funny because Venom, the movie, has edged itself in through Spider-Man into the MCU now. And now we have all these toys where Venom's taken over the toys now too. And this is fantastic. So there is going to be some the 12-inch figures, the Titan size figures that they used to make. I think they're called Hero Series now. There's going to be some of those, and they're going to have a Miles Morales, a Ghost Spider, which I still don't like that name. I know Spider-Gwen is revealing her secret identity, but I like the name Spider-Gwen. And there's going to be Captain America, but he's Venomized. So he's a regular Captain America figure, but you can add Venom stuff onto him. Miles Morales is a Venomized Miles Morales. There's Venom himself, obviously. And there's going to be a Iron Man versus Venomized Hulk 2-pack. And these figures will run $9.99 for the single figures, $19.99 for the 2-pack. I'm going to buy all of them. We're going to do reviews on all of them. Or we might just unbox them on a live stream and talk about them when they come out. They're going to come out sometime this spring. I'm going to guess maybe late March, early April, around the time the show starts, I'm going to guess. So I'm very excited about these. And again, if you want to check out the link for the pictures, it's in my description box. The 12-inch figures, there's going to be a giant 12.5-inch Venom that slime comes out of. So we talked about that in a previous episode too, that they're actually bringing slime back, or they've been doing slime stuff for a couple years now, but they're doing slime, and it's going to be Venom slime. So I'm probably going to buy some of that stuff too, because I'm have to have it now, especially after visiting the set. I'm going to probably buy everything that has Venom's name on it this year because I'm on such a high now. But yeah, so this Venom 12.5 inch figure, you can put the ooze in his head and it comes out of his mouth, comes out of his fingers, all that stuff. So yeah, it looks awesome. So there's doing that. There's the next wave of Venom action figures from Marvel Legends, where obviously we had the first wave. It had like Typhoid Mary, Spider Ham. Who were the other ones? Scream, Venom, Carnage. Like it had that whole series. Well, they're doing a second series. We don't know who the Build-A-Figure is yet, and we've only seen 3 figures revealed so far, which is Miles Morales as a Venomized version of Miles. And yes, he does have the toes. So for people who don't like Venom with toes, Miles has toes, but he looks cool. There's going to be a Gwenom, a Spider Gwenom. So that looks pretty cool. She looks very comic accurate. And I definitely want to do a review of that book or a discussion video of Gwenom at some point. So we might do a week where we do alternate versions of Venom, and I might do like the Marvel 2 version of Venom, the one that was with Spider-Girl. There's a good Carnage story in there and a Venom story in there, so I'll probably do those at some point too. And then we have Captain America, who is Venomized, and these are going to be the $20 Marvel Legends 6-inch figures. The Venomized Captain America looks awesome though; he's so cool, and the symbiote's wrapping around the shield. It looks great. But then they're also going to make other things for younger kids. There's going to be an Iron Man mask that is venomized, and it comes with a repulsor blaster that they can put on their arm, but it's venomized and it shoots. It has like Venom's logo on it and stuff. So that's pretty neat that they're doing that. There is going to be a Venom mask that kids can wear. Hopefully, it's not too small for my head. I don't care either way. I'm buying it, and we're going to do a video of it. And then also there's going to be these little things. I don't know what they're called. They're like a gusher ooze things. So they're making little mini frumpy looking versions of the characters. They're going to do Anti-Venom, Venom, Carnage, Captain America symbiote, Anti-Venom Groot, Anti-Venom Groot. That's cool. And Symbiote Groot. And then there's going to be inner characters that include Gamma Hulk, Captain America, Red Spider-Man, Black Spider-Man, Thor, Groot, Metallic Iron Man, Miles Morales, Red Iron Man, and Green Goblin, and Astral Plane Doctor Strange, and MODOK. And these are going to be like $7.99 to $15.99, and you get these little figures, and they have like little mini figures with them, and you can doll them up, you can paint them, color them, whatever. And then there's also going to be the slime stuff coming out. So yeah, I just wanted to do a real quick cover that topic because I know I don't really cover a lot of merchandise stuff, and since I'm not really a toy channel really, I figure we'll do toy stuff in live streams because then I don't think I'll get dinged for being kids content if we do it that way. You're working on a Spider-Man fan film? Nice. Hey Sam, what's up, dude? Sorry, I'm just getting back to the chat. How are you, everyone? Sam is the guy. So not my next video, but in my video after that, Sam was at the filming yesterday where they filmed at the church for Venom 2, and they had like the rain towers and everything, and he took some pictures and video and he sent them to me. So I am going to make a video based on that and kind of my theories on that, but I figured we could talk here about it too. So let's get back to the filming in San Francisco. So obviously what I saw in the alley and stuff and what I reported the other day, and then we also know before that because I made a video on Cletus being shot out in front of the Schuler building. So we already covered that. So now the stuff we haven't talked about yet is the church, and then whatever they're going to film tonight and I think tomorrow night. And I think they're going to be wrapping pretty soon. I don't know for sure, but I think so. There's a video on YouTube called Venom 2, behind the scenes, Woody Harrelson, under my window. You don't have to watch now. I will check it out later then. Absolutely. Thanks for letting me know. Sweet. I can hear crying wallets already with all the new symbiotes. So my wallet exploded and blew off half my ass, actually, just to pay me to teach me a lesson for already thinking about buying all this stuff. It's already trying to stop me. But you know what? I can still survive with half an ass, and I'm going to do it. Swordsman says, for the look for the look back on all the cartoons, it might be interesting to do it on a topless format, considering some of the earlier Venom was on some of the cartoons. Well, yeah, so I'm not going to do, so the history, I guess I should clarify this. It's not going to be one video. It's probably going to be a series of videos. Like, how we used to do Carnage Week. We are going to do another Carnage Week this season, but for this is more like an animation week. So every video will be about a different series Venom was on. We already covered the 90s animated series, so I don't need to recover that. You're correct. But we haven't talked about Spider-Man Unlimited, Sensational Spider-Man, and the current stuff, the Ultimate Spider-Man current stuff, and the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon. So we haven't done any of those, so those might be separate episodes. So that way you're not watching like a 1 hour video on, because I get long-winded sometimes. I'm trying to get better at that. People tell me, make your videos shorter and more concise. But I'm like, well, it's a vlog. It's not really like, I don't know. I try to rationalize in my head, but I appreciate the criticism, so I'm working on it. You might get some shorter videos from me this year at some point. The glorious symbiote toes, fear them. Yes, lonely. Embrace the Clintar cap for great justice. Nice. Shame there's no Venom the duck yet. Jazz Carnage. Hey Lisa, what's up? How's it going? Hello Sam. Hello Lisa. Hello everyone making friends. Sweet. Wasn't expecting anti-venom. Maybe they'll do Eddie's redemption, but as anti-venom, maximum venom. I'm hoping. I hope we see some anti-venom action in maximum venom. That'd be cool. Excuse me. Hello, Sam. Lisa, thanks for your work, Sam. Yes, thank you, Sam. So yeah, there are other pictures out there of the church. I might include one or two of those in my video, but mostly I just want to give Sam a shout out. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's got his own Instagram and Twitter account. So when I make that video, it's going to kind of be dedicated to Sam and his work and the photos he sent me. So, and it was cool. It was nice to meet Sam. I think I was just some weirdo that wrote him one day. I was like, hey man, they're filming outside your place. That's so cool. And he's like, yeah, sure, weirdo, whatever. And I'm like, I do a whole Venom show. And he's like, great, crazy person. But then, you know, I take a picture with Tom Hardy and he's like, bro, what? Like, I gotta come down there and meet Tom. And I'm like, get down here, dude. Like, he's here. You got to meet him. And he got down there in time and he got to meet Tom. So it was pretty awesome. But yeah, Sam's a nice guy. He's a film student at San Francisco Film Academy, and he's a really nice dude. And it meant a lot to me. He was like, hey, here's some pictures. Sam, I hope you're posting those pictures on your own page too. But also be careful with posting stuff. So I made my video and I put watermarks in my video, hoping that people, if they shared it, they would, you know, my watermarks were there. But I didn't want to use the watermark to cover Tom himself. So of course, Tom Hardy Italia, which is a YouTube page and a Instagram account and Twitter account that we've been following since season 1, actually. They started following me back, but they shared my video and they cropped out my watermarks, and then they didn't credit me. And I'm kind of put my bad taste in my mouth. I mean, ultimately it's like, whatever, you can't really, you know, do much about it. It's out there now, but yeah, to crop me out, I'm like, oh, crop me out, crop out my watermarks, that's fine, but still give me the credit. And he's normally pretty good at giving credit, but this time he did it, and then he put his own little thing on it, and I was just like, yeah. I'm like, all right, dude, well, you didn't shoot that. So be careful. I would say maybe put a watermark on it if you can. Hello, Sam and Lisa. Hello, Lonely. Hello, Swordsman. Everyone, look at that. Oh no, Siike, your poor butt. Don't worry about it. The good half is still there. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you think Anti-Venom could make a debut at some point in the movies? I hope so. I hope so because I like Mr. Negative as a character, and I want Mr. Negative to be a Venom villain since he kind of created Anti-Venom, and I don't want him to be a Spider-Man villain anymore, or at least to make him a villain that they share. But I like Mr. If I was writing a Venom comic book, if Marvel was like, hey man, would you like to do a Venom one-shot or a short story in an anthology book? I don't know why they would reach out to me and ask me that, but let's say they did in a dream world, right? We're living in a dream world right now. If they did, I would write a short story with Venom versus Mr. Negative. Absolutely. I like that character. I'm just here for hookers and blow. You came to the right place. That's what my whole show's about, dude. Welcome, William. You made it. You found your mecca, and I appreciate it. I want a Spider-Man Maximum Carnage film. Oh, there you go. Yeah, most people do. I don't. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I think Sony's too focused on making the Sinister Six. So if they originally, I would have said before the Marvel Disney reacquisition deal that they made, not acquisition, but like the re-up of their contract, I would say probably Venom 3 could have been like a Maximum Carnage thing with Morbius in it and Night Watch or whatever, or Silver Sable and Black Cat. I could have just no Spider-Man. I could have seen that being the thing. But now that Spider-Man's involved, I'm thinking they're going to shift. And they're going to make Cletus Cassidy a member of the Sinister Six. You know, I was thinking about this the other day, and I told my roommate this, and we were both freaking out over it. Let's say Jake Gyllenhaal's not dead. Mysterio's still alive, right? I'm assuming he might still be. We got Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. We got Michael Keaton as Vulture. We got Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, and you got Jared Leto as Morbius. How awesome. Those 4 actors alone versus Tom Holland and Tom Hardy, and then you get cast Norman Osborn and then bring in like Kraven the Hunter, and you got your Sinister Six. I mean, I'm just thinking, I'm like, this is like the opposite of the Avengers. It's like taking 6 solo hero movies to build up the villains, or 6 solo movies to build up the villains, and then instead of doing the Avengers, they do the Sinister Six, and then that's such a good idea. That's such a good. I hope to God they do that. So when I was telling my roommate about it, he was freaked. He was like, "Dude, just that headline. Imagine that poster. It's like Harrelson, Leto, Hardy, Holland. You're just like, oh my God. I know people are gonna be like, dude, I don't want Carnage to be a member of Sinister Six or what. It's like I get it, but at the same time, come on, think about that. Like, you won't say that's a little bit of fun. That definitely would be awesome. He saw that already. Who's that? Hey, Swordsman, they did to me too. There's a YouTube video called Venom 2 behind the scenes. Oh yeah, yeah. You told me. I read that already. Hey, Swordsman, he saw that already. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. Oh, you're just repeating it. Yeah. Sometimes if I miss a comment, I tell people to repeat it, so that's okay. Thanks for reminding me though. Mr. Negative would be cool to see in a movie. He is a far better Venom villain. He'd be an awesome Venom villain. He's a good like crime lord character that could reoccur in the book that Venom has to deal with on occasion. That'd be, I don't know. I'd like to see that. Gotta go, man. Hey, take care, Sam. Thanks for being here. Peace out, dude. Have a good day. Have a good night. I just know Venom 2 is going to be amazing. I hope so. I mean, let me tell you. So let's talk about a little about that shooting. So they shot at a church. I have some theories about that. I love that there is a church setting. I don't know if Eddie goes into it. I don't know if they're going to do like Eddie, dealing with religion and beliefs and things like that. And there could be a theme of God in the movie, and maybe it's like Eddie has his God. He believes in God, and then you can have Carnage, and after adapting to the Carnage symbiote, for you Null fans, maybe he has his own God that he prays to, which is Null. You never know. You never know what they could add to this movie, or maybe they don't say the name of the God that Cletus is worshiping, but someone had to send the Clintar race to Earth in the first movie. The first movie was Riot as like a team leader, bringing in 3 other symbiotes to take over Earth and to start the process of taking over the Earth and wiping out humanity, so that the Clintars could have another place to feed for a while and then move on. So they were out scouting other planets. So someone had to send them. So that's what I'm thinking might be the movie version of Null. He might not be a god, but he might be some kind of being that overlooks the symbiotes, and I'd be okay with that. It could be interesting. Sorry for the bluntness. I meant your original message on it. I didn't want to see you banned as well. Oh, I see. Oh, gotcha. Well, no, I don't ban. If you repeat it once or twice, I'm not going to ban you for that, especially if I didn't read it the first time. But if you're just annoying me like that one guy was, like, watch this. It's like, it's probably not even real. And once I realized it was a waste of my time, I'm just like, all right, great. So there's like 3 minutes of this live stream where I'm just sitting here staring at the screen watching nothing. So yeah, you got your little plug-in. It looked like it had 6 views. So it's like, all right, dude, well, you got my view. It looked interesting, but it didn't look like it was officially from the movie. I don't think Carnage is a team player. He and his family and Maximum Carnage, but that's different. But you never know. Well, that's the whole point. You don't want a team player. You need a wild card. That's the whole point of team dynamics. You always have to have a wild card. Cletus is that wild card. If you had Norman Osborn bringing together, Adrian Toomes and all these other characters, or even if it's Mysterio behind it all, whatever it is, whoever puts the team together. But that's the other thing is, Mysterio's he's going to want to be the leader a little bit, but Norman Osborn's going to be like, hey, I'm the one who put you all here. I funded this, so I'm the leader. But then you're going to have Carnage, who's just like, I don't care about any of you guys, but I'll hang out with you for now until you bore me, and then I'm going to start turning on you. So that's the whole point. You're right. He's not a team player, but you need a guy who's not a team player on a team. Wolverine is not a team player, and they put him on the X-Men. So yeah, you got to do that. So let's see. I'd like to see Venom in Spider-Verse. Oh, yes. I definitely want to see Venom in Spider-Verse. All right, I admit it would be cool to even see Carnage joining the Sinister Six. Would be OOC. I mean, yeah, it could be cool. It could be, especially with those actors. I mean, I think on that term. It's a movie, so I'm not just thinking about the characters. I'm thinking about the movie presentation of it. So I think it could work. I would love that. It's a shame Mike threw away. Oops. Mike threw away Eddie's faith. My only real complaint on his handling on Eddie. Yeah, I like that. It's part of Eddie's being, I think. Doesn't define Eddie, sure, but it is most critical moments of Eddie's has been religion in a lot of ways. He went to the church to ask for forgiveness because he was going to kill himself because he had cancer, or he just hated Spider-Man. His life got ruined. He was cancel cultured. That Eddie was the first guy in comic books who got cancel cultured, and he just got, everyone ousted him. He got fired from his job. His life was ruined, and now he's been canceled. And he was at the bottom of the ropes, and he was ready to kill himself. So that was a pivotal moment for the character, and then he became Venom in that moment. Then when he went back and admitted that he had cancer to the priest in The Hunger, that's another pivotal moment for the character, another turning point. So yeah, I mean, and then Eddie became more religious and faithful during that time where he had the crisis where he was going to kill Aunt May. He chose not to, and then he went to work at the feast with Mr. Negative, and so his faith led him there. So yeah, his faith has led him to a lot of big moments in his career. So yeah, to shut it out, I'm like, hey, I get it. Maybe you're not religious. I'm not that religious of a person either. But I'm not going to cancel that part of his history to tell a story that fits my kind of agenda more or anything. No, Eddie's a religious person. So that's where he goes when he's at the bottom of his rope. And honestly, he's in Donny Cates' run. Eddie's been at the bottom so much during this run. He would have been in church at the end of every issue because of how crappy his life has been with Donnie writing him. I really hope that they keep Noel out of it. Yeah, I mean, me too. Harrison Hardy, Holland, Gyllenhaal, McConaughey. Oh, you thinking of McConaughey for Norman Osborn? That's actually a good casting. I like McConaughey. Keaton, Leto, Tyrese. Yeah, who's Tyrese playing? I heard he has a robot arm made by Norman Osborn in the Morbius movie. Is that true? Batu live stream tonight. What's up? What up, dude? Welcome to the stream, Eddie Mullet. Hey, Eddie's Mullet. What about Scorpion? He was in prison with Toombs. Yeah, I'm thinking Scorpion will probably be a member. I mean, that guy's not a big name, I don't think. So let's say if he died or something before they could form him as a Scorpion. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind him. I mean, he seemed like a nice guy. I imagine though that they're going to want to at least put one female on the team. I'm assuming for the Sinister Six. So I'm kind of trying to figure out which one that would be. Would they maybe Jared Leto? Maybe Morbius would not be a Sinister Six member. Maybe he would be one more like a Venom, where like Spider-Man and Venom have to team up with Morbius to fight the Sinister Six. And then you could also bring in Silver Sable maybe. But I also heard they might make a Spider-Woman movie with Alicia Vikander, which would be awesome because she's adorable and awesome and kicks a lot of butt. And she's a great actress. So I would like to see that for sure. But I think they're going to at least put one woman on each team. So maybe Shriek will be a member of the Sinister Six if Naomi Harris is a breakout character in this movie, which I think she will be. If she's playing Shriek, I think she'll do a great job. So maybe Shriek will be the member of the Sinister Six, and that'll help keep Cletus in line a little bit, maybe. Think about that. What if Norman Osborn put like a device, like a thing on her neck, and he was like, Cletus, if you don't do what we say, and you're not part of our team, we blow up your girlfriend here. And then Cletus finds a way to eventually get that thing shut off and then turns on Norman or something, because obviously that's what's going to be the Sinister Six. They're going to fall apart on their own. That's going to be their downfall because that's what villains do. They always fight each other. Carnage would probably try to kill the other 5 members. Absolutely. And that's why he should be on the team. Absolutely. The Eddie Mullet, hello, talking about the movie and toys. Yes, we talked about the Maximum Venom toys. I do have some toys we're going to unbox here. I have 3 Venom mini Funko Pops. I went to GameStop yesterday after work, and I didn't buy the whole box, but there was only 3 left in it. So I asked the guy, I said, hey, can I keep the box? He's like, sure. So I was like, good, this will be a nice display in the background of future videos, but I think it's wide enough. I don't know if it's wide enough to put comics in, but I'll try to adjust it in some way. Maybe we can get it to be something practical in the background. So yeah, we'll open these up at the end of the episode. But yeah, the church thing, my next video will go into more in depth. I'll talk more about my theories about it, but when I saw the church, it got me excited. It made me wish I stayed in San Francisco for another day, but I would have missed work, and that wouldn't have been good either. I have responsibilities, and I have to be at work. Like if I feel good enough to drive up to San Francisco and go film, be on the set of this movie, then I had enough in me to come back and work the next day. So I know, like my mom was like, oh, I thought you were originally going to take Wednesday off and just call out sick. And I was like, yeah, I did have that mentality of like, yeah, screw it. I only have 2 weeks left of work anyway. Why bother going in? But when you don't go into work, other people have to pick up your slack. And like I said, my grandfather just taught me not to do that. No one else should pick up your slack. So I was like, you know what? No, I can make it to work. I'm going to be an hour late, but I'll make it. So I told my coworker, I'm like, dude, I'm driving down right now from San Francisco. I'm going to be an hour late. Is that okay? And he said, As long as you come in, that's all I care about, because I don't want to stay here and work open to close, which I've done for other coworkers, but I don't expect them to do it for me. So I was like, no, I'm going into work. I'm gonna be the worker that I should be up until my last day, because because doing a bad performance is just not in me to do. I can't do it. I got to give 100% every time, even at the cost of my own health. I can't shut that part of my brain off. I can't relax. I got to do it. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn. That'd be great. Venom Studios. Are we bashing Donnie for destroying Eddie's faith in God? No, but I'm not here to bash Donnie. I know I don't like some of his stuff, but I'm not here to bash anybody, because I know there are people here that do like his stuff. So no, we're not bashing. Let's Leto's Morbius versus Hardy's Venom. Who'd win? I'm gonna guess Venom would win, but he would lose up until the final moment, and then he would win. That's Venom. Venom is like I said, he's scrappy. He's a scrapper, like Wolverine. He'll come through at the last moment, but up until then, he'll get his butt kicked. But that's what makes him awesome. We got Vulture, Scorpion, Mysterio, and Kraven. Wonder who the last two will be. Shocker is another possibility. Yeah, I know. I like Woodbine. What's the name? Bokeem Woodbine, I think. I like him. He's in a movie with Mark Wahlberg called The Big Hit, which is the first time I've seen him in a movie, and that movie is amazing. If you've never seen The Big Hit, it's so awesome. It's like a really over-the-top, goofy action romance movie. It's so fun. Anyway, so I could see that maybe, but I feel like they're going to add a girl on the team. Or maybe Norman Osborn is not a member. Maybe he's not the Green Goblin. Maybe he's just the guy who finances it. And he puts in, like they bring in like a female character, Black Cat or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that was messed up, Eddie. Chameleon is rumored to be the bus driver from the last movie. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I thought that because they call him Dimitri, and I'm like, well, that's Chameleon's real name. Dimitri is. So I knew that watching the movie. I was like, oh, they called him Dimitri. That's cool. So yeah, hopefully that's a connection to Kraven. Lady Ock for Sinister Six. That's cool. I did like her in the Spider-Verse movie. So I don't know. I think they'd make Kraven a female if they choose to do Kraven. No, I think Kraven, they're going to do Kraven as Kraven. Like, he'll be a guy. But some of the other characters they could do different. Like, they could do a female goblin. As long as, it wouldn't be Norman Osborn. It'd be somebody else. But they could do that. I mean, there's a couple possibilities. It's true. There's a few avenues they could go down. But I'm just thinking, just for that sake, they're probably going to at least put one female on the team. Isn't there like a female Electro character, too, at one point? I don't know. Imagine Melissa McCarthy as Lady Ock. Interesting. Fair enough. I feel the same way, Swordsman. I hate change for change's sake. Yeah, I mean, I don't want them to change it just to change it. But I'm just thinking, just structure-wise for a movie, I think Shriek if she'd be a good member of the Sinister Six. Because if they already set her up in this movie, that's an easy character to continue on with, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, all right, who did we already put in other movies that we can put together for this team? And who knows, maybe Norman Osborn's not even a part of it. Maybe it's just Mysterio's plan. He's like, you know what, I didn't really die. I staged it, and I've been underground all this time while everybody's been chasing Spider-Man, and now that he's, no one's caught him, we need to present ourselves as a team like the Thunderbolts did. We need to present ourselves as a team to hunt down Spider-Man and capture him for the good of the city, because he's a murderer. And maybe Mysterio will, be somebody else, or maybe Mysterio really is dead and Chameleon is now, the one in charge. Who knows? Because I think in one of the novels, Chameleon was charged of the Sinister Six. I wonder if Mrs. Chen will, from the first film, will come back. She is. She's back in the new one. Just so you know, you will see Mrs. Chen again for sure. Saying that because of your shirt. Did you like Transformers last night? No, I did not, but I did. I don't know if I can say I impacted that movie. I'll just say that I had a creative decision in that movie. I think that's as vague as I can be. I mean, that sounds like I'm not being vague, but I can't really talk more about it. I think I have in previous episodes, but I deleted those episodes. So, just because I'm not here to piss anyone off. But yeah, I helped make a change to that movie. So I like it for that reason. I feel connected to it in that way. But I did go see them. I saw the movie twice before it even came out. One time with Michael Bay in the room, and actually both times with Michael Bay in the room, now that I think about it. So yeah. But yeah, so they gave me this shirt one of the times I went. Mysterio's daughter could be used. That's true. I wonder if Mrs. Chen. Yeah, yep, she will be back. Gates did not. Costa. Yeah. Costa's the one that did the faith thing. Sinister Six from Agent Venom. Ooh, there you go. With the Savage Six, right? They were called the Savage Six. I'm almost on that story now because I'm reading. I just finished Circle of Four because I'm reading all the Flash Thompson stuff, and it sucks because I read it all thinking I was going to make a bunch of episodes on it, and then little did I know we were going to get all this Venom stuff. I was going to go to the set. All that stuff threw all my Agent Venom plans out the window. So you probably won't see another Agent Venom video for like another week or so. But I'll get there. We'll get to the Savage Six. How the hell I missed that? Gonna read his run. I thought Cates did a bunch of weird stuff. No, Cates did, but he didn't. He hasn't really brushed on religion too much. He has in the way for symbiotes. He's more of a symbiote religion, so he's keeping the theme of religion in. He's just doing it from a symbiote standpoint. So I kind of like that. I appreciate that. But he's not paralleling it with Eddie's religious beliefs, and I think that's because Costa set it up to where Eddie doesn't really have them anymore, and that's kind of a bummer. I mean, it is an evolution of the character. People do fall in and out of religion sometimes, but I think it makes Eddie interesting. And it's one of the things I always liked about Daredevil was that he was like this devout Catholic in a way, but a broken Catholic too at the same time. I've always thought that made Daredevil interesting. Go see what Goose just did. Goose. Ooh. Is that from Top Gun? It's ironic. I hated Costa's run at the beginning, but loved the end. Yeah, Costa won me over by the end. The Nativity, that two-part story, I loved. And that single issue, even though the art, there were some issues with the art, but that single issue where Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, was in it, I loved that issue too. So by the end of the run, he kind of won me over. And then I liked First Host. I thought that was a genuinely fun book. But yeah, I did struggle with it a little bit in the beginning. Eddie's moment. Read 150 again. It was Mike. Donnie had the gall to have Eddie replace God with Thor in the current issue. That's right. Yeah, the Tradmore stuff. In my opinion, I think the church scene from Venom 2 is the final fight. A lot of people think that. Yeah, we'll talk about that more in my church video. But yes, I think that's true. I think it showed SWAT members chasing. Someone told me that it was SWAT members chasing Eddie and Michelle Williams. So I guess she was there on set and they were running from the police or something. Why they were running and he wasn't as Venom is interesting. So I'm wondering where his symbiote is. That's why I said in the video, like Eddie's screaming down, no, like when the symbiote's tearing apart his motorcycle, people were saying that it was the Carnage symbiote. Like the first article that went up was Carnage destroys Eddie's red sports car. And I'm like, Eddie doesn't have a red sports car. Eddie drives motorcycles. That was established in the first movie. So yeah, so we saw a red motorcycle on set the other day. It got torn apart by a symbiote. I couldn't make out the symbiote really well, but I'm pretty sure it was Venom. And I think the symbiote has either went and bonded with someone in the alley so that they could tear apart Eddie's motorcycle. I'm thinking there's going to be a breakup scene between Eddie and the symbiote in this movie. Because obviously budget is still an issue, so you got to come up with reasons why you can't have Eddie just be Venom the whole time. And you want to, again, have your characters have highs and lows. And I think Eddie is now kind of moving past Anne a little bit, and he's kind of embracing the connection he's had with Venom. It's not a sexual relationship, obviously. It's very asexual, I feel, but it's companionship nonetheless. But I feel like that's going to be the thing, but I think there will also be other elements that'll bring Anne into the story as well and bring her into the fold. So, but yeah, I've heard it's probably the final battle, which is great because final battle, Rain, Church, all I could think of was The Crow, which right next on my wall, I have my Spider-Verse Miles figure that came with the Blu-ray, my Venom figure that came with the Blu-ray, and my Crow horror series 4-inch figure of Eric Draven. And so I have Venom and Crow right next to each other. So when I saw that church in the Rain Towers and you could see the church bells, I was thinking, oh man, are they going to have Eddie go to church in a scene in this movie? And if this is the final battle, how awesome is that? Because the Crow ended in the rain in a final battle, and that fight in the Crow on the roof of the church was freaking so awesome. I love that fight. And he's like, one guy's got a sword, and the Crow tears the cross off of the church and uses it as a sword. So freaking good. I love that movie so much. So yeah, I hope it is a final fight scene in the rain at a church, because then it would just make me think of the Crow. By the way, 21 people here, 16 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to wrap this up soon, and then and we'll open these up and see what figures I got in here in a minute. Let me just catch up here. I wonder if Anne will be tearing apart the bike. Could be it. That could totally. The head that he was wearing was a thinner because he had like a place. All of it was a placeholder. It was a guy in a motion capture suit, so that was cool to see that because I don't think they did that in the first movie. And then you saw a thin uh, Venom head on top. It wasn't a big bulky head; it was a thin one. So absolutely, it could be She Venom tearing apart and his motorcycle. I never even thought about that, but that's a great concept and one that I would really like because then it could be a fight between Eddie and Anne, and then maybe secrets being held between them, and then the symbiote being mad at Eddie for some reason, bonding with Anne, and them tearing apart his motorcycle to get back at him because maybe Eddie screws something up again in Anne's life. Maybe he causes her and Dan to break up. Like you never know, and maybe she's just lashing out at him. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But that's a good idea. I never thought of that. That'd be great. What's up, Steve? Great to see you. Hey, Bruce. What's up, man? Good to see you too. Thanks for all the kind messages you've been sending me too. I appreciate it. Ask me how I'm doing. It's good to see you in here, bud. All right, Eddie. I just such a complex character. It's what drew me to him growing up. Absolutely. That's me too. That's me too. I love the character of Eddie Brock. I said it in my post the other day. He's a guy that screws up, and he's constantly looking for forgiveness from people that he's screwed up to, And how many of us have felt like that? Like all of us should, at some point in our lives, have screwed up. I mean, all of us have definitely, and we do. We want some level of forgiveness. We want to show people we've grown and changed. And Eddie tries, but Eddie's the ultimate at failing at changing sometimes too, and that's what makes him an interesting character to me. There's not a lot of characters like him in comic books, and so that's why I don't like that he's a perfectly good person. He's very human, and I like that about him. What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh yeah, Bruce Illo again. Having fun wearing a red helmet and a red bike seems peculiar. Having him wearing so yes, the red helmet, that was the first thing we said when he showed up on set. The first time we saw him, he got out of a truck, he suited up, got his jacket on, came over, got on the motorcycle, put a red helmet on, and I was like, dude, is he Red Hood now? Like, what the heck's going on? Why is red the color of his motorcycle, and why is red the color of his helmet? I don't know. We'll see in the movie. Someone was saying, oh, maybe the Carnage symbiote is on the motorcycle, and Venom is ripping the motorcycle apart, getting at the symbiote. And there's going to be a bunch of CG where the symbiotes are like fighting each other in the alley or something. I'm like, anything's possible. I don't like to overread things. To me, it just looked like someone tearing apart a motorcycle. So I tend to stick to the simple things because that's usually what they are. So many fans love to inject their fan theories and they completely miss the obvious. And so I just like to stick to the stuff that looked obvious to me. But yeah, the red helmet and bike was peculiar. Did anyone notice the villain from Far Cry 3 is Scorpion? I did not notice that. No. There's going to be a breakup scene between Eddie and Venom? I know it's going to be hilarious. There's definitely, so that's one thing we should talk about too, and we'll talk about it maybe in another video too, which is like the takes, so like humor. So when Tom was up there screaming, no, you noticed he was changing his inflection. 17 thumbs up. Thank you guys very much. And 18 people in here. Hello, everyone. When he's screaming, no, he's doing it in different. So all those no's aren't going to be in the movie. He was just doing different no's. An aggressive no. Then he was like, no. And, he had like a comedic high pitch no. Like he was doing different takes. And that's great from an actor to get because that gives the editors and Andy Serkis and everyone in the editing bay, that gives them options. If they're like, all right, we want this scene to be, we need to add a little bit more humor to the scene because it's very intense. The way we shot the symbiote ripping the motorcycle apart, it's very intense, and we want to add some levity. So let's use this take of him going no, and so that that will make people snicker and laugh, or might make some people cringe, whatever. But that's their intention, is to add something other than severity to the scene. So yeah, honestly, part of the reason I like swords so much is the ones with cross guards make the sword look like a cross. Exactly. Photos of Tom and Michelle at a church. Are there set photos? So that's the thing, is someone said that they saw Tom and Anne, or Tom and Michelle running from the police, but I saw police squads running into the church, but I did not see Tom or Anne or Tom or Michelle anywhere. So I can't confirm that. I just saw SWAT team members going in. So I guess, and it makes sense to have the police play a bigger factor. Maybe they'll have a special unit, out there now. Or their SWAT unit going after Venom, and then we'll have Detective Mulligan or whatever character those Stephen Graham or whoever else plays Hopefully they have a good part to play into the story. And that also reminded me of the Crow. I'm like, oh, a cop character who's assisting the hero in a way that's kind of Batmanish, but that's also kind of the Crow-ish too, which is awesome. When I see Rainy Church Scene, I think of Affleck Daredevil. There you go. That's another one with a good End of Days is an Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Fallen, I can't remember. There's a scene in churches, but I don't think it was raining in that movie. Constantine with Keanu Reeves had a scene like that. So yeah. Honestly, part of the reason I like, oh yeah, I read that. Sorry. Imagine a Venom versus Morbius film. I mean, I'm sure you'll get a scene. I don't know if they'll do a Morbius versus Venom movie, but I'm sure you're going to get a scene in some movie coming up where the two of them meet and probably fight for a minute for sure. Studios, imagine a team up film. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of that stuff. I wonder if Carnage is going to be a result of Venom going between Eddie and Anne. That could be something too. Maybe Eddie wants Anne back in this movie, and the symbiote. I think it would be okay with that. At the end of the first movie, he was like, "Look at her. She totally wants us back." So I feel like that probably might not be the reason, but it could. We don't know the circumstances that the next movie is going to provide for those characters, so it's entirely possible. My life is a mix of Peter Parker and Eddie Brock, so I relate to them both. Well, you got an interesting life, my friend. Absolutely. So let's see. I'm going to open our first box, so we're going to wrap up this episode because we've already been recording for an hour and 19 minutes. So, and also I want to give a shout out to, if you saw my Instagram stories, Jonas and his mom, who came by my work to drop off a going away gift. They did buy me one of these mystery boxes, and they just picked one at random and they gave it to me as a going away gift. And of course, when I get one of something that's Venom related, I got to go get more of them. So that's why I bought these other three. But it was cool. I opened it up and I got a rare one. I got a Loki Venom in the box, and I showed it to my brother, and he was like, dude, that's a 1 in 36. And he's like, that's actually a pretty rare one to get. So I was like, that's dope. And that's awesome. Venom on Loki looks great. I'm sure there was a variant cover where like a Venomized Loki. I'm gonna have to look that up because he looks fantastic. The black face mixed with his stark black hair, like, oh, it's cool looking. I liked it. So I immediately fell in love with these things. So I'm like, great, more Venom things to collect. Boxes. Wow, that is adorable. It really is. There could be 2 fights in Venom 2. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fights in Venom 2. Whoa, check this out. This is a 1 in 6 figure. This is Captain America as Venom. How awesome. I'm loving it. I love the Venomized versions of Marvel characters. They're, you know where I work, at least, for the next 2 weeks. I keep praying that there's going to be Venomized Marvel characters for Lego. Some customer told me that there was, but I haven't seen. I'm not allowed to look at leaks and all that stuff. I don't bother with that stuff when it comes to Lego products. So I can't talk about things that haven't officially been released by Lego. So I don't know, and I won't go online and look. I don't want anyone here to tell me. But some customer did. They mentioned like, oh, you like Venom? You're gonna love some new toys coming out. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I hope, man, if they make Venom Lego sets, that would be so good. Maximum Venom Lego sets, I would love that so much. All right, next one. Ooh. Oh, his head's turned around. Let me fix that. I'm getting some good characters here. All my favorites. Hold on. His head is spun around. There we go. All right. This is a 1 in 12 figure. This is Spider-Man as a Venom, or Venomized Spider-Man. And I love the design they went this time. They inverted his colors. So he's white mostly with black trim. Actually, I think that looks way cooler than the black. No, I'm sorry. The black costume is always the coolest. But as far as a cartoon design, they did a black costume version on Ultimate Spider-Man, I think. And I didn't really dig it too much. I like this because it looks like a mixture of Poison Peter Parker, which I like. I don't like the Poisons overall, but I like Poison Peter Parker. But it reminds me a little bit of that. And so, yeah, I like that design. That's really cool looking. What are these little treasures? So these are Funko Pops. They're called Mystery Minis. And you can buy them at GameStop and I think Walmart and possibly like Box Lunch and well, these say only at GameStop. So maybe these are only GameStop exclusives. But I think they have like Walmart versions. So there's different characters in each series. So if you get the Walmart ones, there's like these 12 characters, which are the Venomized Spider-Man, Venomized Miles Morales, Venomized Cap, Venomized Black Panther, I guess, Thanos, Loki, Groot, X-23, I think, or maybe it's Wolverine, Deadpool, Iron Man, Hulk, and Glow in the Dark, and Rocket Raccoon. So yeah, so I guess each series has different exclusive ones. So if you go to Walmart, you'll get different exclusives. You go to GameStop, you get different exclusives. So yeah, they are super cute. They're $5 each, and yeah, they're really nice. You still remember the day you heard that there was a Venom movie in development? I do remember that day. It was in 1997, and it was Dolph Lundgren was going to play Venom. So do you mean that time, or do you mean this time when they announced Tom Hardy? Because I heard it. I remember hearing about it, and I was like, I had some interest, but I was like, we'll see what happens. I was not interested in this movie until they announced Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. Then I was 100% on board, and that's what made me. That's what led me to make the show, was because I'm a fan of Tom's work, and I think he's a great choice for Eddie, and he proved it in the movie. I thought he gave he committed to the role. He really made Eddie feel like a character in a movie, and he was the best part of the movie. I loved it. So yeah, I was not super excited when they announced it, but when they announced Tom as Venom, then I got excited for the movie. I got Thanos. Check that out. A little bobblehead too. That's super cool. Venomized Thanos, and he's got the Infinity Gauntlet on, which is wicked. That's cool. They put that little detail on there. So boom, there we go. I got Loki and Thanos, and Spider-Man and Captain America. That's cool. And Thanos is a 1 in 6, so he's a pretty common one to get. Yeah, I don't know how many more of these I'm going to get because I have bad luck with this stuff. I'm surprised I didn't get any duplicates. Normally, when I buy more of 2 of something, I'll get duplicates. So that was nice that I didn't get any duplicates this time around. I was just at GameStop tonight and didn't see any. I heard that, so my brother lives on the East Coast, and he said that none of his GameStops, because he's a avid Funko collector. My brother has probably over 1,400 Funko Pops, and he told me that he could not find these anywhere in like a 2-state area where he lives. So they may not be in your area yet, but they are. I think they're officially releasing this week, coming up, and so you'll probably start seeing them very soon. That is awesome. Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. I like those. Let's see. I got the new Baby Groot Venom Funko in the mail, the 10-inch high one. It's so huge and cute. I almost bought that today at GameStop because I went to another GameStop today, and I bought some DC figures. I got the McFarlane Batman Who Laughs and Nightwing, and they had that Groot there, but I was like, yeah, it's too big. I can't, with my move coming up, I'm trying to just get action figures because I can open them and put them in a box, and they don't take up really any space. Buying that giant Groot thing, I was like, yeah, I can't. I want it for my new place, but I can't right now. So hopefully they'll still have those for sale when I get to Florida. I found all the new regular size Funkos. Those are, yeah, they had a bunch of them at the store when I went. This was given to me by a coworker, Abiel. Shout out to my coworker Abiel. He's new at the store. He's only been there for like 2-3 months, maybe, barely. And he's a great guy. He's a young kid who we hit it off right away. He seemed like a really nice guy, and he's definitely a hard worker, and he tries. So, that's the thing. I like people who really try. If they're like, oh, I'm outside my element here, but I'm going to try. I'm going to do things, this way. I'm going to try new things, as far as like, because when you work in retail, it's like it's hard because you have to have patience with people. You got to be understanding to an extent. You got to have armor for sure. You got to be ready for stupid questions all the time. But but there's fun to it, and so to see him this kind of big stoic looking dude kind of have fun and be relaxed he's kind of like easing into the job. So he was like, hey man, thanks for teaching me all the stuff you've taught me while you've been here. He's like, you've been great. It means a lot to me because I never know if I'm a good supervisor or not. I feel like I screw up all the time, and I feel like most people hate me most days at work. But because I know a lot of you guys are like, dude, you're so nice, you're so this. It's like, yeah, but I'm not always. I mean, sometimes I have to put on my work hat and I have to be serious and I have to get stuff done and I have to maintain a level of professionalism and do things that even I don't want to do sometimes, but it's part of the job. And so he said some really kind words to me, and as a gift, as a going away gift, he got me the Venomized Punisher one. And I mean, if I was going to get just one out of this set, this is the one I was going to buy. So he knocked it out of the park with this one because I love Frank Castle. And there was that one moment, even though Frank never fully bonded with the symbiote, he did semi-bond with it. Venom, remember in a funeral pyre, Venom shot the symbiote down, to go onto Punisher's back, and it wrapped around his chest and on his back. And there was a guy came up with a gat and shot Punisher in the back, but the symbiote absorbed all the bullets. And Eddie did that to save Punisher so they could team up. And I love that. I thought that was awesome. So I don't know. So I guess Punisher doesn't have a codex. Donnie Cates. So yeah, but I always love that. I guess he didn't fully bond with him is maybe the reason. But order that Punisher one too. I'm a sucker for cute Venom pops. This Venom Punisher one is super cool. So yeah, so we talked about some toys. I did Diddy's unboxing. Maximum Venom is coming up, so I was able to give that a shout out. We talked about Sam's work. You'll see that in the video. My next video is me. It's a Venom vlog episode, but it's just about my trip. So it's me sitting in front of the camera talking about my trip, what I did, how I got there. What I saw, the pictures I got of Andy Serkis and some of the other crew members and stuff, the footage I got. All of that's in the next video. So you won't really learn anything new there, but I do talk about meeting Tom and what that experience was like. So that'll all be in the next video. It's like a half-hour video. Then the video after that is going to be about the church, and then I gotta catch up, man. There's probably so much stuff that's been leaked right now, if they're filming right now, that I got to make videos on now too. So bear with me this weekend. It's going to be tough, but I do have Tuesday off coming up, but I got a crazy work schedule all weekend. I'm working tomorrow and Sunday, but I'm going to have some time in the morning tomorrow before I go to work. So if I don't if I have the time in the morning, I'll record some stuff then, and I'll try to post something before I go to work if I can. But if not, I'll post it when I get home from work, and you'll get something Sunday morning for sure. But that's why I wanted to do this live episode, because we had over 2,000 subscribers. I want to talk about that. And I wanted to promise you guys that I do have a video coming up that is going to celebrate 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to do something really fun, and I'm going to introduce something to you guys that I would maybe challenge you on, and see if you want to do it yourself. And maybe if some of you guys do this challenge and record it and send me the video, I can make a episode dedicated to you guys doing this challenge. I came up with something called the Symbiote Challenge. Kind of how there's like the ice bucket challenge and all that stuff. I came up with something for the Symbiote Challenge, and I want to see who is interested in doing it. I'm still working out a couple of the idea parts, but I'm gonna bring it to you guys as soon as possible. So you'll probably see that video next Tuesday for sure. What up, Moon Knight? He tolerates Moon Knight. Yeah, imagine back in 2009, David Fincher directed the film spinoff with David Fletcher. Oh yeah, Fletcher, with Topher Grace. Nah, I don't know if it would have worked. I didn't meet Andy face to face. I got a good picture of him though. I think Tom Rothman was there too. I couldn't see who the guy he was talking to was. He looked like Tom Rothman, but I'm not sure. Tom Rothman's the head of Sony, and Venom's a big property for them now. so there's a lot more people. There are a lot of more cooks in the kitchen on this one for sure. But I hope it still turns out to be a good movie. Too bad Frank doesn't really want to team up with Venom and tries to kill him every chance he gets. That's why it's a great team up. It's so perfect. I see, that's my thing when people say like, oh, teams should be people who think alike. Nope, not at all. Not at all. I always say that. I always said that about, like, my favorite team in DC Comics is the Outsiders. So I always said, like, and there's like the Justice League of America, Justice Society of America. There's the Avengers. There's the the X-Men. Not everyone on that team sees eye to eye, and not just like on little things. I mean, like, there's got to be members of the Avengers and X-Men that are Republicans, some are Democrat, there are some that are gay, some are straight. There are different races of people, different ethnicities and stuff. Like, yeah, teams are great when they're a mixed bag, when they're diverse, whether it's diverse in skin tone or race or sex, whatever, or like thinking, violence, like different levels of violence, like age, like there's all these things that make up good teams. So to me, I don't like when teams are like four people who are just alike. I don't like that at all. I like teams when they're a mess, because I grew up watching the A-Team, and those guys were crazy, and they had a wild card on their team too. So yeah, I like team books big time. I'm a big fan of team books, but I like teams when they're bonkers. If you haven't read, speaking, you mentioned Moon Knight and Punisher. If you didn't read that Punisher run recently, where he teams up with Black Widow, Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, so it's a good Ghost Rider, Moon Knight and Punisher, and it's like a team of like 4 or 5 people, and Night Thrasher, I think. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. There couldn't be 5 weirder people to team up. and they made that book was so awesome. You got a schizophrenic on the team. You got Ghost Rider, who's like a demon from hell. You got Frank Castle, who kills everybody. You have a Night Thrasher, who's like a kid who's just getting into the crime fighting gang, and you have a Russian spy. It was so good. I thought it was awesome. That's why I had high hopes for Savage Avengers 2, Paul. Same. Unfortunately, I'm not. I've stopped reading Savage Avengers. I was sticking with it because I really like Jerry Duggan. I really like him. He's a very nice guy, and he's actually visited me at Lego a couple times. He remembers me every time, ever since I did the interview with him, and he's such an awesome dude. But until Venom comes back in the book, which I think he is at some point soon, I can't read the book. It's called Conan and Friends. Yeah, exactly. How long does this stream go to? It ends right now. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Cabarel, thanks for popping in. I'm sorry we're ending so soon for your visit. They de-aged Night Thrasher? No, he's a new kid. It's a different Night Thrasher. So someone took on the mantle of Night Thrasher, I think. I don't think it's the original Night Thrasher. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here for this episode so we can just catch up. We haven't done one of these in like over a week and a half or so. So I wanted to do this so we could, catch up on stuff. So yeah, it's been been a crazy week. I'm so glad though that it's partially over. I have some big stuff coming up. I got a lot of stuff coming up, but I have only like a week and a half of work left. So the cool thing is after that, if I get behind on videos, and I know you guys understand, just be patient with me. If I get too far behind, I'll do the best I can to catch up. But I'm not gonna kill myself over it right now because of the main videos that I did shooting up in San Francisco. One video's up and the second one's going up next, and then we're gonna do the church video after that, and the 2000K challenge or the 2K challenge. After that, I'm not gonna push myself so much. I'm gonna wait till work ends, and once work is done and I can wake up in the morning and have no other responsibilities, I will just sit and make content for you guys. And so before I leave, you will have a ton of Venom videos. I'm going to catch up on comics because I also want to get rid of parts of my collection and get some things out of here so that I'm traveling with less stuff back to the East Coast. So I am going to fly through some of the comics. I'm going to fly through some of the cartoons. I want to get through all that stuff so that way we just don't have a lot. Because when I land in Florida, I'm going to be staying at a friend's place, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to find an apartment. Could take a couple days, could take a week, could take a month. And obviously during that month, there may be a chance I don't make a ton of videos outside of live streams. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to pre-record a bunch of content, get it edited, get it saved on my computer. So that way, if nothing else, I can always go, you know what? I can't make videos on this new news, but I can at least post a video on this that I made a couple weeks ago. And that way you guys still have content. So yeah, we'll figure all that out as we cross those bridges. But yeah, you guys take care. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything that you guys do for this channel. And like I said, we hit 2,000 subscribers together, not me, all of us together. And I thank you for that very much. Thanks for being a fellow parasite. And maybe I might think about making a Parasite shirt. I was thinking about that. I got to be careful because obviously there's a movie called Parasite that won Best Picture that I don't want to get like copy. I don't want them to think I'm copyright infringing on them. But I do want to do something for this this fandom that we've gathered together as, but we'll see, because I've tried to make anti-hero shirts before, and then like the T Fury or whoever had problems with the design or something. So I'll figure it out. I'll try to put my thinking cap on, but I'm going to do all that when we get to Florida. I'm going to wait till then. So thank you guys. We'll have more videos coming up soon, and I'll probably do another live stream next week after our 2000 2K video. I think I'm off next Friday, so we'll do another live stream next Friday, maybe even the same time if this time worked out for you guys. So 16 people here. Thank you so much. 18 thumbs up. Thank you again, and I will see you all in the future. Peace.